not the best one. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Stacy. My husband Brandon and I are currently renovating our house that we bought in the summertime. We are currently installing vinyl plank flooring. And last I talked to you guys, we had just gotten it in and we hadn't actually installed any of it. Since then, it's been a little while. We have installed it in our bedroom, my office, and then my husband Brandon's office. This is Ramsey. He likes to bite me. And I just wanted to pick up the camera again because it's been way too long. The holidays were kind of insane around here. We got hit by a drunk driver the day before Christmas Eve. A little traumatizing. We could have gotten hit by oncoming traffic because we got pushed into a highway. So that was a whole thing. And we were in the middle of ripping out all of our carpet and trying to get our subfloor level right around Christmas time. And that just made things feel super unfestive. But it is the new year and we are actually getting our floors hopefully done here soon. Crossing my fingers on that. We're currently working on the hallway. So we're about halfway through the hallway right now. This is currently the state of our house. The whole living area is just bare subfloors. We moved our refrigerator over here because we needed to get the flooring out from underneath where it was. We have boards in the living room all over here that we're getting acclimated to the space. Ramsey's toys right there. This is Brandon's office. It's very not set up, but he does have his desk set up in there. That's Brandon. This is my office. I have this blanket down because I want to get a rug, which I did order. It'll be here like in the next week or so. But in order to not scratch the floor with my desk chair, we have a blanket down there. And then everything that belongs everywhere else in the house is in our bedroom. Coffee table. That's our TV that goes in the living room. This is our media stand that goes in the living room. And it's just really chaotic in here, isn't it, Ramsey? You're not gonna meow, really? The one time you don't scream at me? So that is the state of our lives currently. It's been really chaotic, but we're gonna continue putting floors in and I'm just gonna take you guys along for today, tomorrow, the next few days. Who really knows? I just thought that I should pick up the camera and actually update you guys on what the heck is going on. To start. Make it so you don't get stuck on stuff. Your paws are so dirty. I'm done. Good job. A pencil.
At 0.82 dollars to start.
It is way later right now. It's 6:30. We finished putting the flooring into the hallway. It took us like 6 hours. I unfortunately mismeasured and cut a piece at the very end of the hallway that required us to redo the entire hallway. And then there was a piece that broke, so we had to rip out even more of the hallway, and it was just not amazing. It just feels like we have one issue come up and we fix that, and then there's another issue, and then there's another issue and another issue, and there's just always something that we are having to figure out or work around. And it's a lot, and I feel like that's why I haven't been vlogging in the past like month, because I just have been feeling this way continually, and our house is a mess and the holidays kind of sucked. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of have been in a little bit of, I don't know, like a depressive state because everything is just so chaotic. I have not been feeling creatively motivated either here or at work, and I'm just a mess. So that's been the past month. I'm really excited to get this floor in and done, but it still feels like we have so much to do. It's 6:30 now. I'm gonna make dinner, but before I make dinner, we both need a little bit of a pick-me-up, so I'm gonna make Brandon and I some mocha. I've been doing this recently where I just basically make like homemade hot chocolate and then coffee and then just combine them and call it mocha. We are done with the flooring for the night. He's playing a game right now with the guys, and I'm just going to chill out in the kitchen with a YouTube video on and decompress because that's what I need right now. I will say I have been enjoying doing that recently. Update on our grocery spending. We spent less than $700 in the month of December on groceries, which I am so proud of. We even had like friends come over and we fed them a couple meals. So I'm just so proud of us. And for those of you who think that sounds like a lot, it does include all of our toiletries and like toilet paper and shampoo, conditioner, face wash, all of that kind of stuff. And I understand there's probably people on the internet that think that $700 is way too much to spend on groceries, but whatever. It's better than what we have been doing. We were like around like $800 or $900, so I'm really proud of us for keeping it under $700. I'm gonna make some mocha, and then we're also making potato soup tonight. It's gonna be weird potato soup. We'll talk about that in a second. But first of all, mocha, because I need to pick me up. It's a little less sweet than usual. Do you want to change that? Okay, like I said, you're over there fucking munching. Okay, like I said, we're making potato soup tonight. The reason that we wanted to make potato soup tonight is because a couple weeks ago we went to Aldi and did the self-checkout at Aldi and accidentally scanned the bag of potatoes that we had twice. And our Aldi is always so busy and there's always one cashier working, and it just takes way too long to go and be like, hey, I scanned this twice, can you take it off? And it's a whole thing. So we just went and picked up a second bag of potatoes. So we've been trying to use potatoes, tons of them left right now. So we decided to make potato soup. But I didn't want to buy chicken broth, which is what we normally use for our potato soup. So I'm just gonna use beef broth, and we're still gonna put like cheese and sour cream in it because we had sour cream anyway. We're gonna see how it turns out. So going completely off recipe right now in the name of trying to save some money and use some potatoes out. We'll see how it turns out. Chop some potatoes, and then we're also gonna put like peppers in it, onions. Cheese stick.
Is it still warm enough?
No, leave them big. Let's do a big soup.
Okay, checking the potato soup. You can hear me over the bubbling, but just took a shower, got in some comfy clothes. This is not done yet. The potatoes are still cooking a little bit, so got a little bit of time to chill. And I think I'm gonna go hang out in Brandon's office right now. He's playing some games, I think, and I'm just going to cozy up in my desk chair next to him and color in my coloring book. I got a coloring book for Christmas. I've been coloring like a page every day and it's been really fun. So I have one that I'm working on right now and I'll finish that up. Then I might also do some reading. I have some reading updates for you guys because I've actually been flying through some books. I read a ton over the holidays. Basically, if I was not working on floors, I was reading. Also, I had to work a ton over the holidays. So if I wasn't working and I wasn't doing floors, then I was reading.
What? Nice. It does kick that. What are we working on? I have 100 mushrooms on me. 100 mushrooms on me.
I've been finding mushrooms. Man, one hand, have a sheet of potato
finished eating dinner and I'm gonna actually read for a little bit, but I wanted to give you guys a little reading update real quick first. First of all, I did get the new Kindle Paperwhite for Christmas and I am completely obsessed with it. I think I've talked to you guys about it, but I've had this for the past like almost 2 months now because I got it for Black Friday and then continued using it once we got it. And I've charged it twice. Literally twice. I read every single day for like at least an hour every day. And like I said, I was reading a ton over the holidays and literally have charged it twice. I'm obsessed and it just functions really well. Like the speed of the turning of pages is amazing. I just love it so much. So happy that I switched from the old Kindle Fire that I was using that was not working for me. And then as far as updates on what I've been reading, as you guys know, I have been reading the Outlander series, but I needed a break from it. The series is just a lot. The books are like 800 pages long. It takes me like at least a month to finish a book and I needed a break. I picked up Gilded from my library app. It was just trending on there. I don't know if it's like a popular book, but I had to put a hold on it, so I think that means it's popular. It's essentially a book about like this girl that lives in this fantasy world and this like evil king takes her and then she meets this like cursed prince and he like spins straw into gold and she like tells stories and she's always lying and I don't know. Not my favorite book in the world, but I did pick up the second book in the series. It's a duology, so that's called Cursed and I'm currently reading that. But while I was reading Gilded, my loan expired, so I needed to pick up another book while I waited for that to come back so I could finish the book. It's a whole library thing, okay? Reading with the library can sometimes be challenging. And I picked up Wayward by Emilia Hart. And I really like that book. It's essentially about 3 different women who are all related. It's like different timelines. So there's one from like the 1800s and then a woman from like the 1920s and then someone from current day. And they're all like from the same family, we find out. And they're essentially all like witches and it's just witchy and like very connected with nature, which I always love in books. Kind of like a fantasy type witchy, I don't know. It was good. Highly recommend that one. And like I said, I'm reading the second book of the Gilded series right now. It's called Cursed. That's by Marissa Meyer. And I'm enjoying the second book more than I did the first book. I think I'm just like more invested in the characters now. That's what I'm reading it right now. And I'll let you guys know how I end up liking the rest of the series. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick up next. Actually, I have The Women by Kristen Hanna on my Kindle right now. Pro tip, if you have not heard this, if you get books from the library and you read them on Kindle, if you have the book and you turn your Kindle on airplane mode and the loan expires, you can continue reading the book and it won't take it off your Kindle. So little pro tip there. So I'm currently just leaving this on airplane mode until I finish the 2 books that I have loans out on right now. So I'm gonna read The Women next by Kristen Hanna. Hopefully I will like that. I've read a ton of Kristen Hanna books. She wrote The Nightingale and Four Winds and The Great Alone, and I've read all of those and I love them so much. It's like a historical fiction. She writes historical fiction. I think this one's set in like Vietnam or something like that, like the Vietnam War. So curious to see if I like that one. I'm not super interested in that particular like period of history, but we'll see if I like it. So that was my little very long-winded probably uninteresting book chat that I'll probably cut a whole bunch out of. But for those of you who are interested in reading, that is what I'm reading right now and what I have been reading. So I'm gonna go back to Brandon's office and cozy up with my Kindle and read for a while, probably until it's pretty much bedtime. It is now 3 o'clock on Sunday. We've spent the entire day just putting in floors. We have made some progress. It's not as much as I would like us to have made by the end of the weekend, but we are definitely feeling done today. It honestly didn't go horrible, but we did have another end of a board break in the hallway. Right when we started, it was, I think, the first board that we put in, and that means we had to rip some more out in the hallway and then put it back in. And then we finally were able to make a little bit of progress. So hallway is completely done. And then we have a little bit going this way into the living room. And then we made it all the way past the entrance to the kitchen and all the way in to this corner. So that will make finishing up the rest of the living room fairly easy, other than this closet here. We'll have to go into that closet. Otherwise it's pretty much just laying full boards once we get our pattern going over here. Also, in case anyone is interested, we're doing a quarter board, a half board, a 3/4 board, and then a full board. And that is our pattern that we've been doing throughout all the different rooms, and I'm pretty happy with how it is looking. So we're gonna get showered and call it quits for the day. Like I said, it's 3 o'clock right now. We could put more in today, but I feel like the key to not going completely crazy with home renovations is to stop while you are ahead. So we're stopping while we are ahead. And then we'll probably honestly do a little bit of work throughout the week this week, just because there's not gonna be anything that's too complicated with the rest of the install for the living room. So we'll see how much we get done throughout the week. I've said it before, home renovation is very stressful, but we're getting it done. Aren't we, kitty? What do you have to say? He always tries to attack these things on the door. He does that literally all the time. It's cool that I actually just caught that on camera. Good job, Ramsey.